What up, QC crew? King Day is in the mother building.
Burn it up for so. JBRISKO, not know when we up. Run that shit, we had all the show. Say that shit for your camera.
Warning. Everything said in this video and on this platform is strictly my opinion and all alleged. Here, we speak about hot topics on YouTube and other social media platforms for entertainment and conversational purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised.
What it do? It's your homie King Day here in King's Corner, and I am back with another reaction video for you. Now look, what up y'all? We are back with another reaction video. Today we are reacting to a woman talk about her story on falling in love with a liar, okay? Now this story time did come out around this time last year, but I'm just now running across it, so I said, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and react to it and see what y'all think about it, all right? So I ain't gonna hold you, I never do. If you mess with me like I mess with you, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share. We're gonna get straight into this video. Let's get it. Let go.
I've been sitting on this story time for a minute. So here it goes. Part one of how I fell in love with the Lion King. Earlier this year, I went to Alabama for work and I met this man.
Alabama?
We kind of made eye contact when I was getting my rental car the first time because I had to exchange the rental cars. The first car they gave me was small. They tried to give me some little hatchback car and I was like, no. So I went back in there to get another car, and as I'm going in to get the other car, he's the only person that's like at the little counter. So I'm like, yo, can you help me? And he was like, nah, I can't help you, but I'll get the people. So I get my rental car. I go out to the parking garage.
All right. He was flirting. He was like, nah, I can't help you, but I'll go get somebody for you. And shot her with the little eyes or whatever. All right, cool.
My bag's in my car. He comes around the corner and he's like, excuse me. And I was like, what's up? You came to help me put my bags in my car or something? He giggles or whatever. He like, yeah, I'll help you put your bags in your car. So he puts my bags in the car. And then, of course, he introduced himself. So we're chopping it up. He's asking me, like, where I'm coming from, why I'm coming, like, you know, why I'm traveling to Alabama or whatever, how long I'm going to be there, da-da-da-da-da. Then he obviously is like, you know, I think you're very beautiful. And I'm just wondering if we can exchange numbers and maybe get to know each other while you're here. So I'm like, you know what? Cool. I gave him my number. We exchanged numbers. I leave.
Okay.
So we're texting for a couple of days. Conversation is A1. Let me tell you something about this man. This man might be a fucking liar, but the man can hold a conversation. And if you are a single woman in 2024 and you are dating or you're trying to date or you have people trying to talk to you, you already know. Men cannot fucking hold a conversation. They have nothing to talk about. They're not interesting. They're boring as fuck. They just have nothing to say. This man right here can hold a conversation. We were having good conversation for days. I'm talking like on the phone, on FaceTime, text messages. Like the conversation was top tier. So
because he lying. Conversation is good because he a liar. He just make up story after story after story after story. No, I'm just playing. Let me stop prejudging. I ain't even heard what he lied about yet.
So as we're getting to know each other, he tells me that he's 28 years old, no kids, never been married. You already know. I'm like, yes, period. I hit the jackpot. He did tell me that he was previously engaged to his ex-fiance, and he kind of told me like the rundown with their whole relationship. He told me that he was adopted. I don't remember the exact age he said he was adopted at, but he did tell me that he was adopted. That's important. Remember that. So after a couple of days of just like talking on the phone, getting to know each other, he asked me if I want to link up to go play pool. We link up, so that's technically, I won't call it our first date because it was just really like on some last minute, like, hey, what you doing tonight? Are you free? Do you want to go play pool type shit? I was like, sure. Okay. So we go play pool and everything was cool. The vibes were cool. We were getting to know each other. I'm not a good pool player, so he was like teaching me how to play, but it was a vibe. We had a good time. After that, he did ask me like, hey, if you're free this weekend, I want to take you on a date. So I'm like, cool. Just let me know the details, you know what I'm saying? And we can, you know, figure it out. The weekend comes, he texts me, I'm going to take you here at this time, so, you know, be ready. So I'm like, cool, love that. Love a man with a plan. Okay. I'm ready when you tell me to be ready. So he comes to pick me up. He has flowers. He's a real gentleman. Like, he gets out of the car. He's opening the doors for me. We get to the restaurant. He parks. He's like, don't touch that door handle. I'm coming to get you. He gets me out the car. He takes me in the restaurant, pulls out my chair. We're discussing, like, you know, what I'm going to eat, what he's going to eat, whatever. The waitress comes. He's ordering my food for me. He's like, oh, she'll have da-da-da. Love that. I love that. Anything that I needed in the restaurant, he's, like, hunting down the waitress. Like, yeah, she needs this. She needs that. Like, it was all about me. Like, he was just so sweet. And so he seemed so selfless. And that's what really attracted me to him. The night ends, he takes me home. He's like, yeah, I'll text you later. See you later. I had a great time. Hopefully you had a great time too, and maybe we can go on another date. So I'm like, cool, yeah, hit me later. We'll talk later or whatever. So now we're like a couple weeks into talking. I think we have been to like 2 or 3 more dates, but he's constantly bringing me flowers. He was off every Wednesday. So every Wednesday he was bringing me lunch. We were meeting up, or he was either bringing me lunch.
Dang, how long was you in Alabama?
Wednesday he was bringing me lunch. We were meeting up, or he was either bringing me lunch or we were meeting up for lunch for like a little lunch date, and everything was going smooth. Like the vibes were so nice, and it felt good because my dating since being divorced has been a fucking disaster. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Maybe there is, light at the end of the tunnel. So I'm not gonna lie. After about a month, we're locked in. Like, we're seeing each other every single day at this point. Like, he's either coming to my place after work or I'm going to his place after work. We're doing dinner all the time. Like, we're cooking or we're going out. On the weekends, we're hanging out when he's off work. And, like, we're locked in. Like, that's my man. Like, we're in love. I see no red flags. This man has me in my softest soft girl era ever. Like I told y'all, he's a gentleman. He opens every door. We go out places. I'm not carrying no bags. I'm not doing nothing. I used to get off work and I would like come to his place after work. He would take my boots off. He would cook. He would do everything. He would clean. I wouldn't have to do anything. It's like on the days where I'm at his house, like I'm doing nothing. I'm coming in the house and I'm just sitting on the couch and I'm doing nothing. Like I'm just relaxing. When it was time for me to like get up and like, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go take a shower real quick. I'll be back. He would go and like set the mood for me in the bathroom. So he had these LED lights. He would like turn them on pink because pink is my favorite color. He would turn the shower on for me. He would make sure I had a new rag and a new washcloth. He would make sure I had everything that I needed. He would get the stuff like out of my bag that I brought from my place and like make sure it's all set up in the bathroom so that I didn't have to like, be looking for nothing. Everything is where I needed to be. When I'm in the shower, he would put my towel in the dryer and he would be like, tell me before you get out so I could bring you your towel and it's warm when you get out the shower. Like, this man was, in my eyes, this man was perfect. In my eyes, this man could do no fucking wrong. He could do nothing wrong. I am not exaggerating when I said that this man treated me good. He would rub my feet every night. I remember one time I mentioned this lip gloss that I bought. Matter of fact, it was topicals. I love topicals. Anyways, I bought a topicals lip gloss and I lost it at a concert. And I just kept saying like, oh my God, I freaking am so mad that I lost my lip gloss. Like, it was so good. It was my first time ever trying it. I loved it so much. I should have bought more than one, blah, blah, blah. And I came home from work one day and he had the freaking lip gloss for me. Like, he didn't even ask me where I got it from. He didn't even say anything to me. He literally, I guess, just Googled it, found it, went and got it, and was like, here, because you keep bringing it up, so I wanted to get you another one because you lost it. Like, he was just so thoughtful.
And man, I just want to say,
selfless.
it's just as simple as that. Like, I don't know why people act like it is just so difficult to find something. A quick Google search. You don't have to go, where you get it from? How you get it? Where you find it? Is it this? Is it that? Now, if he did search for it and couldn't find it, it was exclusive, or maybe it was from a small vendor or something like that, not a big name brand thing. I get it. You say, hey, I tried to look for it. I couldn't even find it. Where do you even get that from? And then you get the information. But 9 times out of 10, you gonna find it with a quick Google search. As long as you spelling the name right, you're going to find whatever it is you're looking for. And it just be the small thing. Like, y'all let me know if y'all agree with me. It just be the small thing. When you think about a man going out buying a makeup product for his woman and not asking his woman where and how and acting clueless, he's getting online, searching for the product, probably seen the product a couple of times, so familiar with what the product looks like to kind of match it together. Or even if he just walks into a makeup store and say, look, my girl been talking about this lipstick, my girl been talking about this lip gloss, and it's called Wooty Wooty Whoop, and she typically wear like kind of like a pink color or a clear, and then they find it for you. Or maybe it's not in that store, maybe they ain't got it in Sephora, but they got it in Ulta, and they like, oh baby, we don't sell that here, but go over there, they got it over there. Just taking the initiative and surprising your partner makes a hell of a difference in a relationship. Y'all let me know what y'all think.
Selfless, and I had to study. I remember like the times where I had to study for like these exams and stuff that I had, and he would like set like the mood for me to study and like leave me alone, make sure there was like nothing else that I had to worry about. Also, when I was there, like I was away from my kids, so he would always like it reassured me that like I was being a good mom even though I was away. Like, this man was sweeping me off my damn feet. He also wasn't one of those guys where like, oh, I'm gonna take you on a date, let's just go to dinner. Like, we did picnics, we did like little games and stuff at the house. Like he was so like thoughtful and cute. Like he was teaching me how to play spades. Don't come for me. So like we would have like little nights
still
where we
don't
would
know how
just
to play,
like sit in the
sis.
house and he would teach me how to play cards. Like he was just so thoughtful and we always had so much fun. So I was just like madly in love with this man. So when I was there, he introduced me to like a bunch of his friends, and they had a trip planned for one of the friends' birthday. So it was supposed to be like a little couples trip because most of his friends were like married or like in a relationship. And he was like, do you want to be my plus one? Because mostly everybody that's going is like booed up anyway. So I'm like, oh yeah, sure. Like, you know, let me know when and let me know what I need to do or when we're leaving or whatever. Just let me know the details and I'll go with you. So the week of the trip, it's a Wednesday. I'm at work and I can't have my phone, so my phone is like away or whatever. I couldn't have my phone, I think, for like 30 to 40 minutes. I come back to my phone. I kid y'all not. I had like maybe 10 to 15 Instagram messages from his baby mama. So I step away from work and I am reading these messages and I am literally like, my heart is racing because I'm like, baby mama, what do
Like,
you mean,
yeah,
baby
when did you
mama?
get a kid?
Like,
I'm
I've
like,
been talking to
did I
this
miss
man
a
now
chapter?
for over a month or maybe a month and a couple days or whatever. I've never seen him talk to a child. He obviously told me he didn't have any fucking kids. And I've been to his house. There's no toys there. There's no baby clothes. Like, what do you mean, baby mama?
Where you come
She
from?
sent me everything I needed to know in like all her first little correspondence. Like she didn't give a about nothing. Like she was like bam, 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 like back to back to back to back, like bomb dropping, bomb dropping, bomb dropping. I'm reading this and I'm just like, what in the She doubled down and made sure that I didn't have no questions because she sent pictures of him. She sent pictures of the baby. She sent pictures of all three of them together. So it's not like he could ever be like, no, I don't know. This lady's crazy. No, she sent me every little piece of evidence and receipt that I needed. She even sent me like a side by side. I want to say it was like a picture of him and like a picture of the daughter. And she was like, look at the comparisons. Like, this is his child. Don't let him fucking lie and say that it's not his fucking child. So at this point, I'm going crazy. Now, mind you, this is a Wednesday when he brings me lunch. So I'm thinking in my head, like, okay, like we're not going to start going crazy through the phone. We're going to wait until he brings you fucking lunch, bitch. And we're going to confront this man. We're going to ask him like, who the fuck is your baby mama? And I thought you said you didn't even have no motherfucking kids. So what the fuck is this? So it was probably like maybe that happened like maybe an hour or two before he brings me lunch. So you know that shit is my blood is boiling. Like I'm still trying to talk to him regular and I'm just like, dog, hurry up. Lunchtime come on. He keep asking me like, what do you for lunch? And really I just want to be like, nigga, I don't want no food. Just bring your ass here because we got some to talk about.
And do.
That's how I fell in love with the Lion King. So in part one, I explained how he was bringing me lunch every Wednesday because he was off. And let me just read one of the messages. Like, it's really short, but I found the screenshot from like when he first initially started bringing me lunches. Like, he was just so fucking sweet. Like, he asked me, oh, can I bring you lunch tomorrow? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, so on Tuesday night, I'm going to assume, I think this was like on Monday, but he texted me. It was like, so on Tuesday night, I need all your orders in my phone, LOL. And then he like spaced down in the same message. And it was like, I just cherish the ground that you walk on. So where I left off was when I got back to my phone from work, while I was at work and I didn't have my phone, whatever, I had messages from his baby mama. So the first message literally says, hello, do you conversate with this guy? And then it's like she's replying to my story and she did it 3 times, like to 3 different stories. Hello, do you conversate with this guy? Hello, do you conversate with this guy? Then she sends a picture. Then she's like, hello, do you conversate with him? Hi, do you conversate with him? And she just keeps sending that.
Girl, see, you would have got ignored for real.
Keeps sending that. She says, I'm just asking. I'm the mother of one of his children. And I was told something different from him. That's why I asked.
One of them.
So mind you, I don't have my phone. So she's just writing me, sending me all these screenshots of like text messages between them two. And then after she sends me like 10, 15 screenshots, she says, I don't want him. He's off my hands now. That's the lie that he's going to hit you with. Maybe you can help. She says his name, the 32-year-old manipulator. Do right by his kids and get off child support. 32. This
He's supposed to be 28.
He was 28.
Huh?
So I found the screenshot of when he told me how old he was. He said, I'm 28. I'll be 29 on blank. He says his birthday. Then he says, when's your birthday? No, I don't have any kids. I was engaged I was engaged. My ex had a son, though, so it was an amazing experience dating someone with a kid.
Sis, we blinking the same, because what? First of all, you in your 30s. You too old to be lying about your age. Then you went down in age. Then you said you was 28. You ain't say like I'm 35, try to sound more mature. You said I was 28, so you went back. Or maybe you wanted to seem like you were mature for your age. So you wanted to say you were younger than what you really were to give you some brownie points. I don't know what the logic is behind it, but what? First of all, you have children. Not just one. You have a couple. We don't know how many yet, but you have some children. Okay? You clearly have obviously more than one baby mama. Huh? Then you're really 32 and not 28. So where'd that number come from? Ooh, I don't trust nobody that lie about their kids. She said it's your child. And it really messed me up. How can you deny your own flesh and blood? Boy, how could you deny your own flesh and blood? You gotta face reality. There could never be any more us. I hope she let it go after that. I hope she let it go. We only on part 2, so I feel like she gave him a couple of more chances. I honestly feel like this was not the breaking point for her. But excuse me?
Excuse me? Who the fuck lies about their motherfucking age? So, mind you, I'm at work. It's Wednesday, the day that he brings me lunch.
Right.
So we're talking and like we're texting back and forth because literally, like I said, we text and we talk all day. So we're texting. He's saying that he's going to go pick up my food, telling me what time he's going to be there, blah, blah, blah. I'm playing it cool because I'm like, I have to ask this man in his face because what in the fuck? I cannot put this in a text message because one, I know, man, I put that in a text message. First of all, I'm not getting no lunch and I was hungry. So I'm like, let me just not even say nothing because I want my food.
Right.
And then I can ask him in person. And if he lies to my face, he's a psycho. So he comes, I get in the car, I get my food. And then we're like chopping it up and like I'm playing it cool. He's telling me about like what he did earlier in the day. Like he went to the mall, he did all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, what's wrong? Because he asked me something that he texted me and I was just kind of like, oh, I don't even know. He was like, did you read my messages? And I'm like, yeah, I just got a lot going on today. Today's like a crazy day. And he's like, oh, like, what's up? He's like, your face is turning red. Like, what's wrong? Because I'm hot. I'm about to blow, nigga. And so I'm like, I got a question. Do you know somebody named blank? And I say his baby mama name. And he's like, no. And I'm like, so you don't know anybody named blank? He's like, no. And he's like, well, I know a lot of girls, but no, like, what's up with her? I'm like, so you don't have a baby mama named blank? And he's like, no, but I have an ex named blank. So at the time, I didn't know that I...
See what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? I straight up asked you. We're gonna call a lady Ashley. Do you know somebody named Ashley? Dude say no. Straight up, just ready to lie. It just rolled off his tongue easily. No. You don't know no girl named Ashley. No. Well, I know a lot of girls, but what's up with her? What's up? So you ain't got a baby mama. Now I know you lying. Cause I have pictures with you and her together with the child, right? So you ain't got a baby mama named Ashley. No, I'm gonna baby mama named Ashley, but my ex named Ashley. I just asked you, did you know somebody named Ashley? And you told me you ain't know nobody named Ashley. How all of a sudden you got an ex named Ashley? See,
I was confusing like his baby.
And to be honest, y'all might think I'm lying because I'm a plus size woman, but I wouldn't even have no appetite. She talking about she ain't want to text him because for one, she ain't gonna get no lunch and she baby, I wouldn't even have an appetite until we got to the bottom of this. I need to know what's tea. Don't play with me.
I was confusing like his baby mama's name and his daughter's names like up because they're very close. So when he said that he didn't know or he didn't have a baby mama name, whatever the first name was that I said, I asked him about his daughter's name. I'm like, well, do you have a baby mama name this? And he's like, no. And I'm like, so why did somebody write me today saying that she's your baby mama and you guys have a child together? And he said, you're gonna have to ask her. So then I asked him again, do you have kids? And he's like, no. And I'm like, are you sure? And he says, positive. And I'm like, I'm stunned. And then he even doubles down, y'all. He's like, you have 2 kids, so if you told me that you have 2 kids, then why wouldn't I just be comfortable telling you about my kids? Yeah, right, exactly. I'm with you when you right, my boy, because I'm trying to figure out why you didn't tell me you have kids if I have kids. Like,
right.
What?
Man.
So then I'm like, so why did this girl write me saying this if none of this is true? And he's like, first he says, I don't know. But then he kind of like gets to stumbling over his words. And he's like, well, you know why she wrote you? Because she's my ex and she's mad that I don't want to be with her. She literally writes every single girl that I end up talking to. She stalks my Instagram. And then every time I get a new girl follower, she writes the girl follower and she does this every single time. Like this, she's been doing this since my ex-fiance.
Yeah,
I even
sure.
asked him, like, well, who is this baby? Like, this little girl that she's trying to say is yours. Like, whose child? Like, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, you're just going to have to ask her. You're going to have to ask her about the child. And I'm like, well, God damn it. I'm going to ask about the fucking child. So at this point, I'm still like, I'm just trying to wrap my mind around everything he's saying. Like, and I'm like, why am I asking her? Like, in my mind, I'm like, I'm asking her, but right now I'm asking you. So like, I'm like,
I
why
need
am
you to
asking
tell
her?
me, like,
I'm
you my
trying to ask
dude.
you, like, you, what's up? You know what I'm saying? He's like, this girl literally just wrote another girl that I used to talk to, that I just stopped recently talking to, and said the same thing to her. Like, I don't know why she's doing this. Well, I mean, I think she's just doing this because she's mad because I don't want to talk to her. So then he tries to say like, oh, and like, well, I know she's recently mad because like once I started talking to you and fucking with you, like I cut everybody off because I'm feeling you. So, you know, I didn't want to talk to nobody else. So now she's just mad and she's just DMing every single girl that I just recently followed or like that is a recent follower of mine. And she's just like making up all these lies and telling them. Now, mind you, this man's Instagram is private. So you are allowing her to follow you to stalk your followers because you can't see somebody's Instagram followers unless you're following, like unless you allow them to follow you if your page is private.
Right.
So you know that she's doing this, but you're letting her follow you. That's
Don't make no sense.
okay. Like that was a little crazy for me.
Okay, it sounds like we
But
finna break
at
up,
the time,
right?
I didn't give a fuck. Like, I didn't give a fuck about none of that. I'm just trying to figure out, why are you telling me you don't have no kids? And this lady is sitting here hounding me about you being her baby daddy. So I haven't even gotten to the point of him lying about his age. Like, I haven't even got to the point to be like, okay, so also, why are you 32? But I'm still stuck on this, like, why would you lie about having kids? Like, this is crazy. So he basically shuts it down saying like, you know, if you want to know anything else, like if you have any other questions about this baby or anything, like you gonna have to talk to her. Like, that's not my child. I already told you that. I ain't gonna nothing else to say. Like, that's just what it is. Now, mind you, up until this point, this man has been super sweet, super gentle, like very open, you know, can have a conversation. But when I tell you this conversation, that man shut me down. He was basically like, yeah, I'm not saying nothing else about this. So like, what else do you have? Like, his whole demeanor changed. He was not this like soft, gentle, like nice person that I know. This man had an attitude. He was very like stern. He was very just like, yeah, bitch, we're not talking about this no more. Like, he didn't say that, but like his demeanor came off like very like mean and like an attitude. So I'm on top of being like, damn, is this nigga lying? I don't know what the fuck going on. And then on top of this, now you're acting guilty as fuck. So we're in the car, and then like basically after he's kind of like, well, what else do you have? I'm like, I don't have anything else, because at this point I'm like not scared that he's gonna do something to me, but I'm scared because you just lied to my face. Like, you're a liar. Like, I'm literally seeing you go from like black to white. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like night and day. Like your whole shit just switched up on me. Like, I literally watched the nigga switch up on me right in front of my face, and it was terrifying. So I just grabbed my food and I'm like, well, you know, thanks for the food. Yeah, and I just get out the car. Now, let me say this. From the moment that girl said I'm his baby mama, she was sending me pictures of him with her and the baby. Him and the baby. I want to say she even sent me like a side by side of the baby and him. So like, I knew for a Fendi fact that this was his daughter because this little girl looked just like him.
No denying.
So, you know, I get my lunch, I go to my car, I'm sitting in my car, I'm eating my lunch, and then he sends me like this long ass message, and he's basically saying like, pick a side. Like, either you're gonna believe what this bitch is saying and you're gonna, you know, go investigating with her, or you're gonna still keep fucking with me, but you gotta pick a side. Like, literally the end of his message says, I'll let the clowns enjoy the circus and simply remove myself, because like I told her, I'm at too much peace right now for the bullshit, so pick a side. So I call him because I'm like, pick a side? Nigga, do you have kids or what? Like what
what's
do you mean?
tea?
You can't just be like, I said I don't have kids, so believe me. And so I call him, and then he texts me immediately back and says, on the phone with my mama. So I'm like, okay, well, just call me back when you get on the phone. And he's like, respond to my text. I don't want to talk because I may say something I don't mean. Again, this man was very open, could talk and all that, blah, blah, blah. Now he don't want to fucking talk. So I'm like, well, you know, we can just talk later in person because I just don't feel like this is the conversation that we should have in text messages. So I also responded to him. It was kind of like, you know, I don't really like your response or like the way you're trying to go about this on the like pick the whole side thing, because I feel like, one, you can't just say no and then think, oh, okay, yeah, my man's not lying. No. Like you have some explaining to do. So I'm like, you know, let's just talk later, like in person, and you know, we can get to the bottom of this. And I feel like, you know, you got a couple of hours to like get off work so that you can figure out how you're going to kick it to me and tell me the truth.
Because it's deeper than what he trying to make it seem like it is.
I've been sitting on part 3 of how I fell in love with the lying king. So after I confront him in the car about him having kids, he leaves. And like I said in the last, basically like I have to pick a side. And I'm like, well, he texts me that. He texts me like as soon as he drives off, he's like, you're basically gonna have to pick a side. And I'm like, well, we should just talk in person because like, no. So he's like, basically he's trying to avoid me. He's like, we need to figure this out right now. Like, I'm about to read the message that he said. He said, I'm just not with the drama. I like where I'm at. I don't care about screenshots. Oh, because I screenshotted like where she was like, maybe you could help blank the 32-year-old manipulator get off child support or whatever she said. And he's like, I don't care about screenshots. If you're doing all that, then you have picked a side. You can't guilt trip me by sending me these things and trying to make me say what you want me to say. There's no gray area with me. I told you what it was, and it's up to you to tell me where we stand. Very simple.
He told you.
Now, let me just go ahead and say, like, I know y'all are probably like, well, girl, he lied. He got kids. You know he got kids. You could see the da. Yes, I know. This is where my dumbassness comes in because I'm just like, I'm shook because, again, this man has been perfect. Like, and at this point, I should have known, like, it was, like, too good to be true because he was just, like, such a freaking good man. So I text him back and I'm like, well, we could just talk when I get off. And he's like, well, after I leave the gym, I'll let you know when you can come get your stuff. We can just go our separate ways again. I'm not with the drama and letting you or her bring it to me. So I'm like, you lied to me? You trying to dump me? Mm-hmm. So we do end up going back and forth for like the rest of the day that I'm at work. And he's basically just saying like, he don't want to talk to me. Like, I basically already picked a side. I'm doing too much. Like, he just starts like flipping the script on me. So right before I get off work, now mind you, like I said, you know, every day I'm either going to meet him at the gym where he's playing basketball or like going like straight to his place, or like as soon as I get off work, if he's off work, like he's coming to my place and we're like figuring out dinner. Like, this has been our normal routine. I have stuff at his house, he has stuff at my house. Like, so I'm about to get off work and I'm just like, you know what? We will talk in person. And y'all, he is avoiding me. He texts me and he's like, I told you to pick a side. I know what this is. If you would have chilled and let it play out, you would have saw what's up. I was going to have my mom call you, but instead you entertained it. So with that being said, I removed myself. She did this with my ex, but it didn't work. So I reward disloyalty with distance. That's all. So I have no interest to continue to talk to you. No one is mad at you. No bad blood. I'm just good on you. The motherfucking nerve. So again, I'm like,
don't you hate when somebody messes up a good thing? They are the cause of all of this being messed up and they try to flip it on you like you were disloyal. Like, what? Oh, all this, you hurt my feelings. You went behind my back. You this to me. You the gaslight. Insane. Completely insane. Sir, someone from your past has now entered the chat, okay? She reached out to me. I didn't go snooping through who you follow and who follow you and who liked the picture 3 years ago and who did. I didn't go do none of that. This information came to me, my inbox, and you can't even come up with a reason on why you've been lying. And then if you're not lying to me, right? Just say you are telling the truth. Just say she is crazy. Just say that baby is AI. Those pictures are AI, right? Prove to me and show me that she's a liar, that she's done this a few times. Show me where you've messaged her in the past and said, why are you doing it? Show me y'all show me something. I need a text thread. I need a recorded phone call. I need a recorded FaceTime. I need a video. I need something of you saying like, leave me alone, and her saying, I never will. You will never be happy with another woman in your life. I need to see something Because with you just flipping the script, not even being the same man I've been dealing with for the past month or 2 or 3 or however long it's been, that's not helping your case. We could have figured this out in the car that day on that first Wednesday when we talked about it. We could have figured this out then. You could have showed me everything I needed to know to prove that she was a crazy psycho. Yet you shut down and said you ain't talking about it. You denied everything and said you ain't talking about it. It is what it is and cut it off. But just like you was assuring me about being a good parent and you was pouring life into me and loving on me and waiting on me hand and foot, you should have been comforting me in that time to let me know that everything is okay. Instead, you start showing your true colors.
You lied to me. You bamboozled me. I'm coming to ask you about some girl that's writing me, telling me about you and your kids, and you want to talk, you're good on me. You reward this loyalty with whatever. I'm just like, nigga, like, what? So I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, so do you have kids? It's like, is that why you're trying to just like end it? Because you're like, damn, I got kids. Now I'm over with it. You know what I'm saying? So then he sends me like a really long ass message, and he's like, you were sending me screenshots. It shouldn't even got this far. Like, if somebody would have DM'd me and said something about you, I would have even responded. I would have just deleted it and blocked them because they're just trying to steal our joy.
You would have just deleted it and blocked it. If a dude hit you up and was like, you messing with somebody who trying to leave her past behind in this next state. She done been ran through. She done been on the track. She done been around. Okay, we're going to just put it like that. She done been around and I done been up and through it 50 million times. Oh, and by the way, you might want to go get checked because she got a little something, right? Just say somebody just lying on her. You would have just deleted the message because they trying to steal y'all joy. You wouldn't have confronted it at all. You wouldn't have mentioned it. You wouldn't have asked her about it or nothing. You would have just deleted it and said they trying to steal our joy and I will not let it happen. That's what you would have did. Man, get out of here.
I have no kids, and then my baby daddy messaged you, or my ex messaged you saying like, yeah, that's my baby mama, and da-da-da, you would not block it and just be like, oh yeah, whatever, I'm not worried about that. You know, nigga, you would be like, you got kids, why the fuck you didn't tell me? Like, you would be in the same boat as me. You'd be trying to figure out why the fuck I lied to you.
Exactly.
So I get off work and I'm calling him and I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna meet you at your place. Like, even if I'm just coming to get my stuff, that's cool, but like, just meet you at your place and I'm gonna get my shit. Y'all, why I'm driving to this man's house and I'm driving this way to go to his house, I'm about to turn like I'm driving straight and then there's a turn to go to his neighborhood. I'm about to turn to go to his neighborhood and I see this nigga driving in the opposite direction. So I'm calling him again. Now, mind you, like, again, usually when I get off work and I'm calling him, like, we stay on the phone until I get to wherever I'm going or whatever. Like, we're always talking. But he would not stay on the phone with me. Like, he wasn't being, like, too rude or whatever, but he was just like, all right, yeah, like, come get your stuff, like, whatever, like, yeah, I'll be here, da-da-da. So we're off the phone, but I see him driving in the opposite direction. So then I'm calling him, and I'm like, calling him, he's not picking up. So I'm still driving to the crib because I'm like, whatever, I'm still going to the house. So I go to his house, I park, and I'm blowing him up. I'm like, dude, why the fuck would you be going in the wrong direction? Like, why are you going in the opposite direction? So I'm calling him, texting him. He's not answering. So he finally texted me. He said, your stuff is outside.
Outside?
Y'all.
As in, you're not going to let me back in?
Put my shit in a garbage bag and put my shit outside. I was pissed. So then I go like and get my stuff or whatever, and I'm in the car and I'm like blowing this nigga shit up because I'm like, at this point now I want to fight. Like,
what?
Earlier I was trying to be understanding and I wanted to talk, but now I want to beat your ass because why would you put my shit outside? And I'm talking, I had like sneakers, clothes, like I had shit over there. He put my shit outside. I was pissed. So I'm blowing him up. Of course he's not answering. The nigga done went somewhere. I don't even know where the he went. So I think I only stayed out there for maybe like 10-15 minutes and I ended up calling my best friend and I'm pissed. I'm going off. This nigga, he lied. He got kids.
I'm just so curious. We're on part 3. It's 12 parts to this. And he done lied and he done kicked her stuff out. Please tell me that you moved on and then he just started acting crazy and trying to get back with you for the rest of these parts. Because it ain't no way you got back with him. We only on part 3, y'all. We're not even halfway through. I'm just going to cross my fingers that that's what's going to be happening. Or she's going to be trying to get him to leave her alone. He going to be begging for her forgiveness for the rest of these parts because it ain't no way she finna go back after this.
He's not even 28. This nigga 32. Like, what the else could he possibly have lied to me about? Like, he was so perfect, blah, blah, blah. I go home, and I'm just, like, distraught. Like, my heart is broken because, y'all, I thought he was the love of my life. I didn't even go hold y'all. I just knew I found me one, and I was fucking wrong. So obviously didn't talk to him again. The next day, I just could not stop thinking about that shit. I didn't like hit him up anymore. Like he didn't talk to me anymore either. But I just could not stop thinking about that shit. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. The nigga, I'm not talking to the nigga no more. So I'm about to hit the baby mama up. We about to get to the bottom of this.
Oh Lord, it's
So
you.
while I'm at work, I message her on Instagram and I'm like, hey, like, what's your number? Because I'm gonna call you later. So she sends me her number, and when I get off work, I call her. So she's basically telling me that they obviously have a child together, that they just recently started talking again because they didn't talk to each other for like a year. He was only communicating to their daughter. And she's basically saying, like, you know, he came. So this was this year. So this is 2024. So she's basically saying, like, he went to back home, like where they're from, for his birthday, which is in November. And then he went down there again for Christmas. So then after he went down there for Christmas, I guess that's when they started communicating again because he was saying that he wanted his family back. Oh, this is also important. The baby mama at first was really cool. Like, she was just answering all my questions. She was giving me all the information. Like, she was just telling me, you know, everything that I was wanting to know. Like, she was very open. She was very, like, honest from what I could tell. She was very nice. She was sweet. She wasn't rude. She didn't have no attitude. Like, we was really just having, like, a cool conversation. So she said that he came for Christmas, and so Christmas of last year, and was saying, like, you know, he wanted his family. Now, she did say, like, before in their prior relationship, like, he was manipulative, and like she knows about all the stuff that he did, but she was like, this time it seemed different, it seemed genuine, like he was really changing, he was putting action behind his words. So she was kind of like going along with it.
Okay.
Also, this is going to be important, like, towards the end, she was saying, like, you know, her daughter really loves her dad, and like that he's a good dad, and that she really wants them to like be together, like she loves her mommy and her daddy together, you know, normal shit, but just remember that.
Right.
She also said that they were talking about having another baby because he knew that she wanted another baby, and she was kind of like on some, like, I don't want to have two baby daddies, so, you know, if we could work it out and be a family, like, I want to have another baby, so like let's figure this out so we can, you know, have our family, have another baby, you know, do us.
Okay.
So after she's done explaining all of that, I'm like, okay, girl, cool. So does he have like more kids besides your daughter? This lady came out her mouth. You know what? I really want to play because I was recording a conversation. I hope I don't go to jail, but I really want to play.
You're not gonna go to jail,
my
girl.
reaction when this lady answered my question when I asked her, do he have other kids? So let me just say this. At the time, I was only recording a conversation because I have a really bad memory. So, like, I knew that me and her would have probably been talking for a while, and I wouldn't be able to remember everything. And because
You
it was
gotta
on
go
the
back
phone,
and
like,
listen.
I wouldn't have anything else to reference.
Right.
You know, just receipts. You know how we are. We keep receipts. So I really was only recording the conversation at first because I'm like, I need to go back and listen to this so I could be, like, remembering what the fuck she said.
Your daughter?
Yeah.
How many kids?
He has 6 baby mamas.
This girl said he had 6
baby mamas.
mamas.
That don't mean 6 kids.
You said what, Miss Girl? She said he has 6 kids by 6 different women.
It is
and
6
like
kids.
they all follow each other, and they all like get their kids together.
Not they a mommy
everybody
group.
knows everybody, and it's just one big motherfucking Brady bunch. She even was on the phone trying to like keep going, and I'm like, no, ma'am, no, ma'am. Pause. What? Like, you gotta you know that sound where it's like, put your clothes back on, because I need to ask you about. It was like that moment, like, ma'am, hold on, we gotta sit at this for a minute. 6 kids by 6 different women.
It's
For a man
crazy.
to tell me he didn't have one.
It's crazy. Crazy. How do y'all do that? Anybody out here that has kids and just denying them, how do you do that? How do you live with yourself? It's already bad enough you're probably not taking care of them. But it's even worse if you are taking care of them and denying them. Because what? Why? What is the purpose of that? What does that do? To sit here, it's one thing, and I'm not saying that it's okay or acceptable, but it's one thing to never like mention your kids. Like, shit, they don't ask, I ain't gonna say nothing. Because you know, a lot of people, they hear those large numbers, hear how many children you have, and they like, nah, red flag. And a lot of the times it is a red flag. Or you get to saying like, you know, I got 6 kids, and like, okay, well, how old are they? And you like, 1 3 months, 1 8 months, a 1-year-old, a 2-year-old, no, 2 2-year-olds, like, you know, and you get to going down the list, and it's like, wait, huh? Oh, you do it like that? And so it's one thing to not mention your children. It's like, if they don't ask, I ain't gonna say nothing. It'll come out when it come out. Let me see if I even like her enough to even tell her that. You know, that's not cool either. But it's a whole nother thing to just straight straight up say, I have no kids, 0, and you got 6. It's different when you got 1 and it's kind of on the fence. Don't nobody know who the baby daddy is. Y'all ain't got no test yet, or it ain't time yet, or whatever the case may be. But you got 6. So to say you have 0, like it ain't like you claiming 4 of the 6 or 3 of the 6. You ain't claiming none of them to your new love interest. And you have 6 of them? That's crazy.
Part 3 of how
Let's get part 4.
Part 4 of how I fell in love with the Lion King. So I left off in part 3 where I'm talking to his baby mama, and she said that he has 6 kids by 6 different women, and she is one of them. So obviously I'm on the phone and I'm talking to this girl, and I'm like, yo, he said he didn't have no kids. Like, I'm telling her how I even asked him, like, when we first met, like, you got kids? He said no. And I'm telling her, like, look, I got kids, so I wouldn't have judged him for having, well, 6 kids is a lot. That's a crowd.
6
but
is,
you know what I'm saying? Like, if he would have been like, yeah, I got kids, like, we could have figured that part out. And as I'm talking to her, I'm also telling her, because I'm remembering, like, damn, me and this man had a conversation about, like, you know, I asked him, does he mind talking to women with kids? And he's like, no, I don't mind talking to women. I don't mind talking to women that, like, already have kids. He was like, honestly, I want to have my first child with somebody who already has kids, because I just feel like they'll be more experienced and, like, they'll be able to help me be a better dad, you know, as a first-time dad. Like, somebody that's a woman that's already experienced, you know, that's what I actually prefer.
Just yapping. That's all he doing.
So now that I know what I know now, the rest of this conversation I would have never had with this girl. We ended up, like, kind of, like, going back and forth on, like, I'm telling her, like, what he was telling me, and then she's kind of, like, debunking everything that I said. Like, I'm saying, like, oh, you know, he told me about a fiance that had a child and blah, blah, blah. She's like, well, I don't really know about a fiance. Like, I've never heard of that. Like, I don't really know. And then, of course,
That's
you know, then I get to ask her more questions and more questions, because I'm not going to be able to get no answers from this man, but I need to know what the fuck going on. So let me give y'all a little context on how this man is even sicker, because so he told me that he had an ex-fiance and they were together, or like they were together for 3 years, I think, and then he proposed to her. The day that he proposed to her, she told him, like, I'm pregnant. He even told me, like, this, oh my god, he even told me, like, the place, like, he gave me, like, a whole, like, he set the mood, like, he set the scene for me, like, told me where they went, because mind you, I'm in the town that he said that, you know, like, that he lived in, that he proposed to, so I know what the place that he's talking about. He's like, yeah, you know that place, da da da. He's like, yeah, so I went there and I, like, proposed in front of, like, everybody in this restaurant, and it was so nice. And then he was like, as soon as he got done proposing to his fiance, she tells him she's pregnant. So she's pregnant, they're engaged, this is gonna be, you know, his first baby.
I can't.
Everything's cool, everybody's happy, whatever. A couple of weeks after their engagement pregnancy announcement thing, she's like, hey, you know, she comes to him, she's like, hey, I want to go out of town with my homegirls. So he's like, oh, okay, cool. He said that he gave her money. I don't remember if he said that he gave her the money before she left or while she was in Atlanta. She texted him and asked him for money, but he was specific that at some point there was an exchange of $500. So he gives her $500. He always, so mind you, like, he was always telling me, like, you know, he took care of her. Like, they lived together, the son lived there with them, and, like, he always made it, like, wanted me to know that, like, he paid all the bills and, like, he took care of her. Like, that was, like, his thing. Like, he really wanted me to know that, like, you know, I'm, like, a provider. Like, I'm the man. I'm gonna take care of, you know, whatever. If I'm with my girl, I'm gonna take care of her in whatever she needs or whatever. So the $500 gets brought up. He's like, yeah, just remember that. Like, as he's telling me the story, he's like, remember the $500. So I'm like, oh, okay. So he's telling me the story. She goes to Atlanta, whatever. She comes back from Atlanta. So when she comes back from Atlanta, again, this man is a gentleman. So he goes outside to her car. They lived in an apartment. What's crazy is the apartments that I was staying in at the time, he claimed that was the apartment that they were living in. Like, he was like, yeah, we stayed in these apartments. I'm temporarily in these apartments because I'm only there for a little while. But he's like, yeah, this, like, we were here living in this apartment. They were brand new. Like, he's telling me all of these things, y'all. And he's like, yeah, so when she came back from Atlanta, you know, I go downstairs to get her stuff out of the car because, again, he's a gentleman. He doesn't let people, like, well, he doesn't want women to, like, carry bags and, like, shit like that. So he's like, I go downstairs to get her bags out of her car. And as I'm getting her bags out of the car, I find a paper, like a pamphlet from, like, Planned Parenthood, but there's also, like, paperwork in, like, it's like a folder from Planned Parenthood, and it has, like, paperwork documentation inside the folder. So he's like, I open it and I'm reading it and I'm confused. So I'm like, what the fuck? And so he's like, he gets the paper, he gets the bags, he goes upstairs. So he said he goes upstairs and puts the bags down and he's like, yeah, so, you know, how was Atlanta? And she's all like, oh my God, I miss you so much. Like, it was such a good time. Thank you so much for letting me go. Like, she's so happy to be back or whatever. And he's like, yes, you know, how you feeling? How's the baby? And she's like, oh, you know, everything's good. Then apparently he like slams the little photo down and he's like, so what the fuck is this? And baby girl just bust out crying.
Allegedly.
So he said they were like going back and forth. I want to say he said like at first she wouldn't say what it was. Like she was just like, oh, I went to just go get some information. It's nothing like why would you be going like through my car type shit? And he's like, girl, why the fuck is your pregnant ass at Planned Parenthood? Like, what's tea, sis? And she just wouldn't really say nothing. So he said that he left. He was mad or whatever. And he left and he went to his mom's house. And he stayed at his mom's house for like a couple of days. And he told, like, before he left, he told her, like, you know, when you're ready to tell me what the fuck is really going on, like, then hit me up. But, like, until then, I'm going to go stay at my people's house. So he left and went and stayed at his people's house. And basically was like, just staying at his mom's house, wasn't going to work, was like depressed because he was like, what the fuck happened to, what did my girl do? Like, what's up with my baby? So he said after a couple of days, I think the girl texted him and was like, can we talk? And so he's like, yeah. So then he goes back to like their apartment and she's like, so yeah, I had an abortion. And he's like, well, why the fuck would you have an abortion? Like, we're engaged, you know, we're in a good relationship, you know, I want a baby. Like, why would you get an abortion? And she said that she cheated on him because apparently this girl was in the Air Force and she was going back and forth to DC and like she had another man in DC apparently. And she went to DC one time and was, you know, fucking on a man, didn't use protection, so she wasn't sure who the daddy was. So instead of like telling him that she, you know, cheated on him, whatever, she just went to Atlanta, got an abortion, and was like, let me just nip this in the bud. So after she confesses about the abortion, he's like, well, you know what, I can't be with you no more. Like, this is over with. I'm not even gonna like kick you out like immediately. Like, you and your son don't gotta get out right now, but like you and your son gotta go find somewhere else to live. Like, y'all can't live here no more. I'm gonna go stay at my people's house until you move out and get your shit together, like out of this place or whatever. And yeah, I never want to talk to you again. And he was like, yeah. And I never spoke to her again after that. And I'm thinking like, damn. And like, mind you, I'm in this man's face. Like, he's telling me the story in my face and he's like almost in tears, low key. Like, I remember like consoling him, like, you know, I'm so sorry that like you went through that. Because again, I'm just thinking he's this sad ass man who just wants a family so bad and he just is shit out of fucking luck because, you know, the bitch was trifling and she fucking cheated. So he even tells me about like the ring. Like, he's like, you know, I had my mom hit her up because he's like, I never wanted to speak to her again. Like, I was like dead ass standing on business. I never want to talk to her again. So he was like, I had my mom reach out to her to like mail me the ring back, but she never would. So I only have the band, like the band part to the ring. Y'all, I found the band part to this ring. One time I was like looking for something. Actually, I was probably stupid. I don't fucking know. But yeah, I was
Look
like,
at you getting ready to
shit,
lie.
and I found the fucking wedding band. And I remember, this is how y'all know I'm funny. But anyways, I remember putting it on and like taking a picture of it and sending it to my best friend. Like, bitch, I think this is the band that he said that he had when he fucking engaged or fucking proposed to the girl. And she was like, bitch, why do you have that on? But anyway, so yeah, that was the whole story with the ex-fiance. And so I was kind of telling a little bit about that to the baby mama. And she's like, yeah, I don't know nothing about that. Like, I've never heard that. So I'm not, like, I can't tell you if that's true or not. So also, as I'm talking to the baby mama, she tells me about another girl that she had messaged that was also in the same town and had been talking to him around like the same time that I'm talking to him. So I remember.
So he just got
Easter.
women and kids.
I stayed the night at his house the day before Easter. So Easter morning, when he got up to go to work, I got up and I went home. And he's like, you know, like, we're regular shit. I'll see you later. When I get off work. So I'm like, okay, cool. So now during the day, he was kind of like mentioning to me that like his brother or somebody might be coming in town. So he might be like linking with his brother and his peoples when he gets off work. So he wasn't sure if we was going to link the night of Easter, but he would like let me know because, you know, the people was like not sure or whatever. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. As the baby mama is talking, she's telling me like, oh yeah, I was talking to this girl and she basically said like, yeah, I just cut him off because I was over there on Easter and something was off about him, and I feel like he was lying. So when I left his house on Easter, I cut him off and I didn't talk to him no more. Part 4.
Crazy. This man is crazy. It looks like, I think the relationship is over, right? I think it's safe to say that the relationship is over, but she's just finna reveal some things that she found out, some things that started clicking as she's speaking to this baby mama and just getting clarity on what the heck she's been dealing with for the past couple of months. I think this is a good intermission, y'all. Look, we are going to come back with a part 2, possibly a part 3. All right. So y'all stay tuned. As y'all already know, we are on a road to 30K. All right. I have a goal to get 30,000 subscribers by November 30th, which is my 30th birthday. So please, if you like videos from me and you want to see more is to come. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, because right now, King Day is out. Peace. The motherfucking building.
Run it up for sure. Yeah, BRISKO, not know when it's up. Run that shit, we had all the show. Say that shit for your camera.